surrounded by these trees. Now, as we come by this plaza, look directly in between the trees, and you'll get a good glimpse today of our world-famous waving girl of Savannah. She'll be coming into view here in just a moment. So you're going to see her standing over here waving her big white handkerchief. She's got her collie dog standing next to her, and her real name was Florence Artis. And she really was and still is world famous as the waving girl from here in Savannah. Now guys, there is another thing about her statue I'd like to point out as we go by. I know it's kind of hard to see from the boat here, but you really have to go up closer to get a good appreciation of this. So if you go over there, you're going to notice that Florence over there has got a gigantic pair of feet. She has got a really big pair of feet. Now, I'm going to tell you how that came to be here in just a moment. But of course, first of all, you'll have to listen to me tell you all about the waving girl, but I promise you it's a pretty good story, okay? So Florence Martis, she was born in 1868 on Cockspur Island, which is at the mouth of the Savannah River where Fort Pulaski is located. Well, by the time this poor girl was in her late teens, both of her parents had passed away. So she was forced to then move a little further upriver to Elba Island. It's where her older brother George was the lighthouse keeper. But folks, can you imagine for a second what this was like for a teenage girl to grow up on a basically desolate, remote island in the late 1800s with just her older brother to keep her company? Yeah, that must have been really boring for poor old Florence, right? So to pass the time, she would start coming out of her house to greet the ships as they sailed past. You know, it was something for her to do. Over time, it turned into a hobby, and eventually, at least in my opinion, kind of turned into an obsession with her because, look, folks, she ended up making sure not to miss a single ship in this port, day or night, for the next 44 years. That's right, she spent 44 years with her older brother, greeting an estimated 50,000 ships in her lifetime. And it's pretty cool because, you know, they say she kept logbooks of all the vessels that she greeted. And while accounts are very detailed, she would write the name of the boat as it passed by, but she would try to call out to the crew and ask them things like, hey, what kind of cargo you got? Where are you coming from? Stuff like this. You know, she would try to write it down inside of her logs. Which sound pretty incredible, right? Like to be able to actually look through these logs nowadays if we could. But alas, we cannot because of her. She decided near the end of her life she would gather up all her logbooks one day and toss them all into the fire. She just burned them all up. You know, of course,